Live from across the tri-states, this is KHQA This Morning. It's your news now.
Luckily, in America's hometown, a lot of damage, no severe injuries we've heard of, certainly no loss of life. Kristen Aguirre is there live this morning. Kristen, what are you seeing?
Good morning. Now, there is a ton of damage. Now, take a look. We are right off Mark Twain Avenue. Take a look behind me. We have trees falling down here. We have power lines that were torn down here from last night's storm. Now, it was confirmed that a tornado did touch ground near Hannibal. The National Weather Service did confirm that. About 7:45, a tornado was spotted with 45-mile-per-hour winds. Now, I did just get off the phone with the Director of Operations of Hannibal Public Works, Heath Hall, who said about half of the city is still without power. That's more of the northern and western half. Crews have been working around the clock since about 7:30 last night to get power restored. They've called for additional assistance from nearby towns like Springfield and Columbia to get their public works crews in here to help out with those tore down power lines. They're hoping that by the end of the day they'll be able to have those power outages restored. Now, we are going to continue to get more information here and show you some of the damage here, but Hannibal definitely has a lot of more cleaning up to do. For more information on all the storm damage, check out our website, connecttristates.com, and for all weather updates, don't forget to follow our KHQA app.
All right. Thanks, Kristen.
To the south, that's where we find Kristen Aguirre this morning in Hannibal.
Over the river, a lot of down power lines. Power still out to many people. She's kind of in the midst of it all. What's going on, Kristen?
Good morning. That's right. America's hometown residents are waking up to a lot of debris that has been pushed aside from last night's storm. Now, take a look behind me. We have crews out already trying to restore some power lines. If you take a look to my left here as well, you could see some of the torn down power lines, trees and debris everywhere. Crews have been working all night to remove this debris. Last night, roads were almost impassable because of so much damage from last night's storm. Now, it has been confirmed that a tornado did touch down near Hannibal last night that kind of caused all of this damage. Now, it was spotted around 7:45 with 45-mile-per-hour winds and about golf-size, ping pong golf-size balls, kind of debris that came along with it. Now, a lot of residents are waking up this morning with looking outside with all of this damage. I just spoke to a fireman who said that it is definitely going to be a sight when people are going to be waking up and seeing everything in the light. Again, you can check out more information on the storm by visiting our website at connecttristates.com. I also spoke to Chief of Operations of Public Works a little bit earlier this morning, who said crews have been out since about 7:30. We got about half of the town still without power. That's about the northern and western half of the city still without power. Crews are going to be working all day today. They said they are hoping to get the power restored throughout the day. For more details, check out our website, connecttristates.com.
I know that we're looking at Quincy, too. I know Ameren crews.
Yeah. No loss of life or serious injuries reported there.
Yeah. Kristen Aguirre is over there live.
Hey, Kristen.
Good morning. That's right. It was confirmed by the National Weather Service that a tornado did touch down near Hannibal, and about 7:30, it was 7:45. It was spotted with about 45-mile-per-hour winds. Now, here in America's hometown are waking up to a lot of damage. With me now is Katrina and John. Now, what did you guys wake up to?
Well, I woke up to a fireman knocking on the door. I was sound asleep. That I took a couple sleeping pills and went to bed because the power was off. I didn't think it'd be back on. And when I woke up, the house was full of smoke and the fire trucks were here.
Now, we think this fire was started because of a torn down power line. You can see the house right behind us. So what did the fireman say that exactly happened?
Well, he said that the wires pulled tight in the box in the walls and it caught on fire in the walls. And I wouldn't even known it, or they wouldn't have known it, except the Taylors, the neighbors down here, seen sparks on the side of the house and called them for us, or I'd have never known it.
Now, this is streets of Hannibal. What do you think?
I think it's been pretty bad.
What about you, John?
Yeah, I was going to Walmart out there and by the golf course, man, they blow trees, and I thought the car was going to turn over. It was really blowing. Yeah.
There was definitely a lot of debris that covered the streets of Hannibal last night. Now, Hannibal Public Works and EMS crews are working hard to kind of get rid of that debris. We'll have more coverage coming up with the storm coming up a little bit later in the show. And don't forget, you can always follow us on our website, connecttristates.com.
All right, thanks, Kristen. Look at the damage this morning.
Yeah, a lot of power outages in the neighborhood she's at. Where are you at exactly, Kristen?
Well, good morning. We are right off Mark Twain Avenue on the street Reservoir, just up the hill. Now, residents are waking up to damage that was left from last night's storm. Now, take a look at the street behind me. You can just see torn down trees, torn down power lines. Actually, right here to the right of me, we just spoke to some residents where their house was the scene of a small structure fire that was caused by a spark when the power was turned back on from one of the torn down power lines. Now, about half the city is still without power from last night's storm. Most of the northern and western parts of the city are still without power. Hannibal Public Works crews are working around the clock to get that restored. They're hoping by the end of the day. They've actually called from some assistance from Columbia, Kirkwood, and Springfield to kind of get here and help out with getting those power lines back up. Spoke with Director of Operations earlier this morning, who said they are working around the clock. They've been working since about 7:30 last night. Now, it was confirmed by the National Weather Service that a tornado did touch down near Hannibal. Was spotted about 7:45 with 45-mile-per-hour winds and ping-pong-size hail balls that were spotted as well. Now, for more information on all of this storm damage, make sure you check out KHQA News at 5 and 6, and check out our website, connecttristates.com. We have a ton of pictures have submitted from all the damage here in Hannibal. Like I said, residents are going to be waking up to a new sight from what they went to bed last night. Don't forget, for more weather updates, check out our website, connecttristates.com, and don't forget to download our weather app.
All right. Speaking of weather, where a tornado also hit yesterday, nowhere near as destructive as the one in Moore, Oklahoma. Kristen, what are you up to?
Well, we are here in the Riverview Park area in Hannibal, where residents are starting to wake up and come out of their house and look at the damage that was left from last night's storm. Now, take a look around. We have some ripped down trees, torn down power lines. We just saw some residents out here taking pictures, whether I'm guessing it's for insurance purposes or even just to capture the scene to have. Over here, we have some debris that was moved to the side. Just a lot of damage that was all caused from last night's storm. Now, it was confirmed by the National Weather Service that a tornado did touch down near Hannibal. It was around 7:45. It was spotted with about 45-mile-per-hour winds. Now, all of those winds did knock down power lines and left the city without power. Now, half of the city this morning is still without power. It's the northern and western parts of Hannibal. I spoke to Hannibal Public Works Director, and he said that the crews are working around the clock to get that power restored. They've actually asked for some assistance from neighboring cities like Springfield and Columbia to send over some of their crews to help with that restoration process. Now, for more details on the storm damage, make sure you check out KHQA News at 5. And for more weather updates, check out our website, connecttristates.com. And don't forget to check out our mobile app.
And don't forget to follow us on Facebook and Twitter as well.